Hey everyone, Rascal here.
And Mama, welcome to another October podcast.
Yes, today we're covering the animated pilot Hazbin Hotel.
Yes, and in honor of this show becoming a TV series soon, which I know a lot of YouTube series hope would happen to them as well, we decided to cover the original pilot now that it's been 2 years since its release. Now, how does it hold up with similar shows and Helluva Boss being out before it?
Yes, before we start, Before we start, be sure to like, subscribe, click notification buttons on future podcasts and the pause videos.
Absolutely.
So, came across this pilot 2 years ago, of course, and I personally watched it around, actually like on New Year's. A lot of people have been watching. It came out very late in 2019, and lots of people were really talking about it. It had blown up on YouTube, and it got attention immediately. And I heard nothing but praise for it.
Mm-hmm.
And so I finally watched it on YouTube on New Year's, and I was pretty impressed on how they took like a concept of hell and they tried to make it its own world and its own lore and everything, and it kind of reminded me a lot of Little Nicky, like they were doing sort of like a little society based off of it, because they're not making it a fun place to live at all, but it's kind of like that where it's a satire, this is this horrible place, but these are the people that live in it and trying to make the best of what it is.
Now, I was impressed personally with the quality of the animation, especially not being done by a major studio with major studio bucks. Animation's fantastic.
Yes.
The creativity, as you said, the plot line, the characters all being distinct, not just cut and paste copies of each other, not only in looks, not in personality, I should say, but in looks as well.
Right.
I would say right now, is it Alistair?
Yeah, Alistair.
Yeah, Alistair would be my favorite character.
Yeah, it's like the best one in here.
Yes, it is.
He's the best one.
The concept was really different and unique in terms of an animated series. Yes, it reminds us of Little Nicky, but you haven't seen an animated series, whether it's Western or Japanese or Chinese or Korean or
German.
Yes, you haven't seen this. And I think that's what made it stand out more than anything else. Hey, this is different. Animation is fantastic. Voice acting is fantastic. The ones they chose to voice the characters. I know that you mentioned that they possibly are recasting, but I personally can't imagine anyone else doing these characters. So we're gonna have to wait and see how that's taken.
Yeah. The unfortunate part is it got picked. Not that the fact it got picked up on TV, but a lot of people knew this was coming, that the network would want to make changes. We don't know what network picked it up. A lot of people expect it to be on Adult Swim because it seems like the type of show they would have on, because they have shows about hell and things on there.
Or Fox.
Right. And for here, we just heard about them changing some of the voice cast. I guess for people that would be more cheaper to get, and some redesigns for the characters. And some of them kind of got overhauls, and a few of them looked barely any different. So the question for a lot of people was, how come one character had to be changed altogether, but this one could stay the same? And it really didn't make sense, because you got these were hand-drawn characters, so they were gonna look a little different from how you were used to because of all the CGI and 3D, but why go through the effort to change it all together when people were just fine on how they looked? They didn't look badly drawn. They were just drawn 2D, and they were constantly moving. It was done like the old 2D cartoons you used to watch, where it's like the old Disney cartoons and things, where it's really fluid, really animated. You just expression moving almost every second. Where
that's also what kept you watching it. And if you watch it more than once, I'm sure each time you can see things in the background going on you didn't notice, things that are happening, props, whatever that's going on there, the buildings, everything. You probably see so much each time that you watch this pilot. So I'm really happy for the people who are fans of this show, as well as for the creators, because again, this is something that people work on all the time, every day. They put their hearts and souls into a series. It's their baby, like George Lucas's Star Wars.
Right.
And for someone to pick it up is a dream come true. I really hope they stay true to the original concept, and they don't try to turn it into something they want rather than what the creator wants and their intellectual property.
Right.
Because that would really be a disappointment. As it is, It's fantastic.
Yeah.
Whether you like watching these type of shows or not, there is no denying that this show, this pilot itself, was fantastic. No one saw it coming. No one expected it.
Right.
And I think it helped to raise the bar for what people put out. They're doing animated shows themselves, Western shows.
Right.
It raises the bar. This is the quality that people want. Animation, voice acting, storyline, creativity. It raises the bar.
Right.
So some of the things that people were putting out that weren't as developed, yeah, you gotta take it up a few notches now because Hazbin Hotel has changed the game.
Right. And one thing it might have against it is that it's taken 2 years, maybe 3 if it premieres next year. And there are, unfortunately, some copycatters on whether it be on YouTube or TV. And it's not like a direct copy of Hazbin Hotel, but you can start seeing some shows that are trying to take the similar approach of having shows taking place in hell and making like a satire or a sitcom or somewhere it's awful place, but you're gonna laugh at it and see how would someone design it. Even sometimes they base off Dante's Inferno and try to mix that all together in there, or what the Bible has, try to mix all these different take elements of this place and try to make it into something that they would think it would be like, just like they would anything like a folklore.
Well, I say stick with this version. They've done a great job.
Yes,
it
I
didn't
agree.
need improvement. It didn't need changing. It just needs to be more episodes. Episodes created.
Yeah.
To make it a 12 or 13 episode series. Have the same voice actors. Excuse me, sounds like have the same voice actors that were in the pilot. Let the creators be the big part of it, and don't change anything. That would have been the best outcome. And I think if that had happened, it wouldn't have taken so long for this to come out. But with the changes, they've just added time that they really don't have. So
Right.
I'm hoping this month, October, maybe we'll hear something about it. Maybe it'll come out. And again, I hope they don't do too much to corrupt what was created, because if
Right.
they do, then it's really going to disappoint fans of this series.
Right.
And it would be definitely a disservice, and it actually would be an insult to take it and change it to something else.
Yes. And another thing with you mentioned with the voice actors is that you had gotten used to hearing this. These probably people have watched these over and over again, just waiting for more, and they've gotten used to these voices. And you like that everyone sounds distinct, just like with their personalities and looks. And one thing I really like when they have Alastor, he sounds like they call him the radio demon, and he sounds like he's an old radio show host always talking on the radio. And they even have the voice filter where it's on, he's on a really old radio show, and they have audience reactions in the background like he's on TV, and it's something like really creative they did, and it adds to it. So it's kind of like with him where he had the highs and low pitches every time he spoke on Powerpuff Girls. So it did that same flair, and I just hope they don't really lose the little creative touches they add once it comes out, and they just still retain that no matter what network it's on.
I agree. If you're fantastically happy about this becoming a series and you've watched Hazbin Hotel, let us know what you think in the comments below. What network do you think has it? I think Netflix actually would have been a great place for this as well. Too bad they missed. They dropped the ball and missed the opportunity. And if you haven't seen it, it's available on YouTube to watch. Hopefully they don't take it off once the series comes out, so that people can still enjoy the original, and people who've never seen it maybe see the original and compare it to the series that's being produced as well.
Right. And if you haven't already, subscribe for updates and weekly videos on your favorite anime series, animated shows, and all things animation.
And come back and join us for when the series actually premieres, and we do a podcast review of that as well. We're looking forward to it.
Yes. So, thank you so much for watching. I'm Rascal Entertainment.
And I'm Mom Entertainment.
Have a fantastic day.
Peace.